All right, and with that, we are ready to start Friday Night Racing here tonight. Thank you for joining us here at the Velodrome. Friday night, June 2nd, starting with our open women category for the win and out, now coming up to the rail. It's the big show here at the Velodrome. We are just getting started here in 2023 racing season, and we've got our very first category coming up to the rail. We'll talk a little bit about the win and out while the riders are out in their neutral lap. All right, is off right now in the neutral lap. The race will start out of turn 4 if they're still all together. You'll see that a lot tonight, so you'll listen for the whistle as the riders come all the way around after their first lap. If they're together, the race will get started. The win and out, a 12-lap race with the first bell ringing with 10 laps to go. The first rider across the line in the next lap is your winner. So the winner has the shortest race tonight in this event. They just got to race 2 laps, get the bell, go for the win, and then they're done. Let's see if our riders get going here. All right, we got a mishap on the backside here. Looks like we are going to try and get our competitor back in. So our team's going to be rolling around here for a few laps in the neutral as we get one of our athletes back on the bike. So I'll finish the description here so you know what you're going to be looking out for in this race. Again, the win and out rewards some risk here. You got to go early to get it first place. After just a couple laps, we'll hear a bell. The first rider across that line on the next lap is your winner, and they get to exit the race early. Therefore, the name, the win and out. After that, it's every couple more laps. We're going to get a bell every 3 laps, I should say. And the next bell will be for second, then a bell after that for 3, and then the last bell is for 4th, 5th, and all the rest of the places on the final lap. This is a fun race to watch because there's that gamble that the riders have to decide if they want to go for first or second. There's going to be fresher legs in the field. They're almost harder to go for, but of course there's that big payoff. If you can get it, you get that top spot on the podium. So you're going to see riders making their decisions here tonight, how they want to race this thing. Right now, still in the neutral. Looked like it was number 88, Catherine Wade Easley, had an opportunity to kind of fix up the gear and get back out there. So our rider's just going to be working around on sort of a warm-up effort here. If you're joining us out on the YouTube, thanks for joining in and tuning into the racing action. We are just about ready to get started with our first race today. We do have a Kiddie Kilo lined up today, so folks that are here with the youngsters, don't forget to get them signed up. All you need is a helmet and some sort of any kind of bike, push bike, training bike, that's all good. Scooters even can work. Just come over to the table and sign up and get ready for the fun lap around the track tonight. No cost to you or the kids. And of course, tonight is also the Taco Time Racing Team sponsored event. So our reminders to all our viewers, our athletes, anybody out there, the Taco Time Racing Team is helping us out tonight with our evening, as well as reminding everybody that they are the host for the oldest remaining downtown criterium, the Volunteer Park Crit. Sign-ups for that can be found online, and you got to be reminded this is in picturesque Volunteer Park, close to downtown Seattle. It's open to women, men, non-binary athletes of all ages and skill levels. It's a nice up and down criterium, a classic and a favorite here in the Seattle area. So if you're looking for another fun race, that's coming up here real soon. I got to check my calendar. Is that the 17th? I'm going to look. Here we go. But I think thanks to Taco Time, in addition to helping us out with tonight and sponsoring this event, they've thrown in some cash for our scratch preems later today. But that's not the end of it. We're going to be trying to throw in a few more cash preems today based on the raising support from the live stream. This is what we're going to try to do today. Are we live over there with our goal yet? Is it up on the stream? Oh my goodness, look at that. So if you go to the YouTube channel, there's a super chat button you can push to be able to come up on the stream and just leave a nice comment, cheer somebody off on the track, let them know that you're here racing and or watching the racing today. And when you do that, any money you support in today, any donations will go into our $150 goal to raise our preems. We're trying to get $350 today to throw at our racers for some fun, fast laps. A preem is essentially we're going to ring a bell, and on the next lap, riders get a cash prize. If we raise $350, we're going to have a lot of money to throw out here today. So if you want to donate today, the easiest way is actually going to be on YouTube. Head to our channel, JB Velodrome, or you can get the link through velodrome.org/live. Super chat today. You're going to give a quick shout out, let somebody know you're here watching, give a little positivity for the Velodrome, and then, of course, we'll watch the counter on our way up to 150. If we can hit that goal before the scratch races, we'll get that money ready to go and get it out to our riders today. Our race is underway now. They just saw 11 to go. Next time around, it's the bell for the winner. Next time around. So our open women are already going to be finishing up here for the winner very quickly. That's how this race goes. Down the back straight, we start to see the move now coming from the white of the Liquid Velo team. 2 riders coming out. That's the leader's jersey, the rider of the year so far. And it looks like Danny Scoville wants to try to go for it as well. That's what the bell is now ringing for. This is for the win. Emily Alexander leading things out, number 34. She's got Scoville on her wheel. Can anybody catch back on to this double effort off of the front? Scoville very happy to be on this wheel right now as she's doing less work than Alexander being in her wheel. She'll start to come around the corner now and try to take the lead spot. Our rider of the year wants to take this early victory, but the rest of the field not totally giving up on this one just yet. Scoville still in the lead of this thing, trying to come onto the home straight in the lead of the sprint. Still has good position. Kelly Darlene seems to be giving up a little bit on her chase. It'll be the rider in the year jersey, Scoville, number 1, flying across the line ahead of the rest of the field, and she will exit when she can. She's already got the victory wrapped up. Next time we hear the bell is for second place. So the speedster for the Jerry Baker Jr.'s team will do another nice watch there. She watches the sprint down the back straight from Alexander, catches the wheel, and then rides that around for about a lap before she takes the front and makes her exit. Now we look and turn to see our lead group of 2 here off the front. The leaders are looking for the bell in another lap. That'll be for second place. This is now another duo between Kelly Darlene, number 9, and number 11 is Annette Williams. Our collegiate competitor, number 9, working together with one of our veteran experts, many-time Masters national champion, Annette Williams. Making it look quick off the front of the field, but still within striking distance for some of the speedsters behind them. And still a very big prize upcoming. Second place overall. The field wants to try to keep it close, but they're still allowing them a fair amount of distance here. As we come onto the home straight, it'll be Darlene in the lead spot, getting the bell first. Annette Williams on her wheel. They're still well and away. Second place next time. Darlene still on the lead spot, number 9, driving the pace currently with Williams holding on well. The field allowing a fair amount of room. Bit of effort coming from the group behind. It may be time to consider third place even in a few laps from now. So this move from Amara Edwards may pay off in a little bit. She's trying to catch on up here as it's going to be the 2 coming onto the home straight, Darlene and Williams, in a battle we've seen plenty of times. Williams trying to get her on the outside. Looks like she's got the power to do it. Number 11 gets the call. Number 9 still in the race. Edwards, number 5, with the jump. Not enough time to get up there before the sprint. Now she's looking behind her saying, do I have to go back to the field or can I get up to Kelly? Kelly's trying to drive the pace down and just stay away. Because if she just rides this thing like a time trial, she'll have third place if she can just stay away from any pursuers. And it looks like Edwards will find her way back into the field as she swings up high to the rail. And she'll look for a spot behind the rest of the group and use that hill to reaccelerate. Darlene back here on the front, looking like she's just going to take care of business. The field's got to be thinking about fourth place in a few laps now. Bell next time for third place will be ringing. Next category up will be the Cat 1-2 men for their winning out. Cat 1-2 men on deck, followed by the Cat 4 men. And the bell is ringing for your leader. That's Darlene, number 9, just now coming across the line. The field just now coming up to the line at 4 to go. Heather Nielsen, number 3, leading the effort for the group of 5. That is your field. Everyone else on the track is somewhere behind. Or, of course, Darlene, number 9, out in front. And Darlene will take it home here today, third overall. Certainly was gunning for that second place, but she rides it well and keeps on her pace and will still be rewarded with a top finishing spot tonight. So now our group of 6 competitors down the back straight, 5 of them still on the lead lap. We'll be racing for 4th, 5th, and everything else here. We're almost to the 1 to go mark, and we'll hear another bell for the final lap. Still time for the kids to get signed up, and a few more races. We're going to be getting those riders queued up for their time on the track. Kiddie Kilo registration open now. Come on over behind the grandstands to the table and sign up the youngster for a fun lap. Don't miss your chance. All they need is a helmet, and they need your name on a dotted line saying, yes, indeed, this is good to go. And we'll give them a bib number, and they can come out here free of charge for some fun on the track today. Don't forget our Super Chat now open if you want to help raise a little bit of money and have some fun tonight with our riders. Add to the Taco Time $200 donation to give out some fun preems this evening. You can go to our YouTube, velodrome.org/live if you're not currently watching. Hit the Super Chat button and pop in a little support for the Velodrome. That's going to go straight into the riders' back pockets tonight as we're going to be trying to incentivize some fun sprints during the scratch racing tonight. It's 1 to go, our final lap. 1 to go. 201, Charlotte Westover battling at the front against number 3, Heather Nielsen. I'm watching the lineup right behind Nielsen as being in a really good position here for the sprint to find 4th overall. As now up and out of her saddle is Wade easily trying to run at the wheel a little bit and hold on to the sprint from Nielsen. It's the teammates coming side by side as Nielsen still looking strong enough to hold from the front. Just trying to do a nice 400-meter effort here as Heather's still in good position. The challenge on the other side is coming, but it will not be enough as Nielsen will hold on all the way around the track. Catherine Wade Easley will be second across the line there, good for 5th. And there's another one of our junior riders coming in strong as well. I believe that's Lucy Dorr finding 3rd across the line on that final sprint. Good for 6th in the competition. A few more competitors finishing up, and they're all wearing the black and the blue of the junior team. Put your hands together for some of the young competitors still in this thing here today. Sprinting all the way to the end, and those riders will exit on the back straight. And that should be our signal to bring our next group up. Cat 1-2s to the rail. Cat 1-2 man winning out to the rail. And off we go. Currently in the neutral, yet again, a short event, the win and out. 12 laps total with the exact same bell laps as we saw before. At 10 to go, you'll hear a bell for the first place sprint. So the winner gets a nice short first race here tonight and gets to save a lot of energy for the upcoming elimination and scratch race. Today, the scratch race, the featured race of the night for the Rider of the Year competition for our open women and our Cat 1-2 field. So the riders are certainly going to be looking at that race tonight, and also the promise of preems during that event. So winning this event here today, a shorter race, even if you spend that extra effort, just might pay off nicely. Currently neutral, we'll start them out of turn 4 if they're all together, and no mishaps this time. So I think we should be good to start here shortly. And our first super chat coming in. Thank you to Elizabeth, sending love for the Major Taylor folks. Thank you. Yes, it is a beautiful evening for racing, isn't it? It's gorgeous out here tonight, here on a Friday night. Thank you for your support as we work our way towards that goal of 150 from the viewers here tonight, or anybody in the park. It's another easy way. Instead of bringing the cash over to the building, you can just jump on the stream real quick, hit a thumbs up, the subscribe, and hit the super chat real fast, and in you go. Our riders just getting started here. Lots of speed in the early goings as they know the race is awfully short for first place. They got to gun it here early. Keller Rohrbach racing at the front. But not for long. Here comes another one of our speedsters who's been on an absolute tear here early in the season. For Waterline Racing, John Bowie lining up the attack over the finish line a whole lap early, well before the bell's ringing. Look at the top speed of this rider. Seeing 10 to go, and this is for the win next lap for Bowie. Can he hold on? The field, surprised by his run there about a lap back. He's still up on the group and riding away with this thing. The first 400 meters, far too fast for anybody to respond to. Even as he loses just a little bit of power here, he knows he's got plenty of track space behind him. Bowie with another impressive effort here tonight will be the victor in the win and out for the Cat 1-2 men. He'll rest up and get ready to show his stuff in the elimination a bit later. Here comes Ben Flom and the rest of the field. All still basically together here as they hit the back straight. Next up is the sprint for second, but we're still a little ways out as we're not heard the bell just yet. And another one of our riders going to take an effort out of the front. It looks like Sandoval. Super Mario Sandoval now on the red bike with the white and green. I guess that's kind of a bluish tint now. Number 101 takes the lead spot, jumps out in front of the field, but he invites a following. He'll move up to the blue line and allow the pursuing riders to catch, and as they do so, right back in the sprinter's lane goes the catching riders. We've got a group of 5 starting to line themselves up for the sprint for second. This could be quite busy. Now rounding out on the corner, we've got the bell at 7 to go. It's for second place next time, 5 off the front. That's being driven by Colin Gibson, number 139, making his first appearance here in the 2023 season. At the lead of this group, looking around, waiting for the counterattack to come. He moves up and out of the way. Now it's Matty Hers of the Coefficient of Speed team leading things out. In comes the sprint. It looks like it's going to be a 3-wide event here in a moment. Christian Miller trying to hold on to Matty Hers, but Matty looking very strong in the sprinter's lane. He's got the shortest lane, and it looks like he'll take advantage. Matty Hers, 104, well and away. Next across the line was Miller, but not quite there to challenge for second. He'll have to slot back into the back of the lead group of 4, make it 5, as it looks like Chris Wilson in the green is about to make his way up there for Found Cycling. Colin Gibson on the lead of the group for a moment. There's Ludo Max. Andy Baker rotating around as a trio now, just off of the chasing 2 behind them, trying to make it a lead group of 5 at 5 to go. Bell next time for third place. Liquid Velo's rider Andy Baker moves up to the right, and with him several of the riders as they kind of reset themselves, not noticing Chris Wilson actually bridged up to the front, and he wants to keep going. Ludo Max, recognizing that the other riders are a bit gassed from that last sprint, will also try to match this and see what he can do with it. So savvy riding here from Wilson. He invites Ludo Max to try to hold on, and at 4 to go, the bell's ringing for third place. Chris Wilson, number 107, on the attack. Matching here, can Ludo Max do something with this opportunity? Only one rider gets to go home with third overall now. The rest of the field just in pursuit and has quite a ways to get back up to the lead position. Whoa, Ludo Max jumps it nicely. Off the front, Wilson had to work so hard to get into this position. He doesn't have enough left in the tank, and Ludo Max looking very smooth here for the Beat Cycling team. He'll take his exit, number 105, flying across the line. Wilson in a perfect spot. If he can keep his tempo, he still has a nice healthy lead here. At the end of the race, he should be in a good spot for 4th, although the field, the front of it looking pretty organized right now, and single file is stretching out. They are working pretty well. They may be able to hone in on the Found Cycling Guild rider, as we see, I believe again, Gibson leading the field, the rider with the white and that neon yellow with black helmet, doing some work at the front here. Seeing 2 to go. It's a bell next time around. Wilson trying to hold off the charge from the field. Gibson, now Baker takes the lead, and they're doing their best to get back up to Chris Wilson's position. Found Cycling hoping that that's not going to be the case, but it looks like it's going to happen as they're within striking distance now on the sprint down the back straight. Now here comes the activity out of the field as Sandoval will take a run at the wheel. He's going to try to accelerate himself into the lead spot ahead of the bell. Sandoval down the home straight now leads the lap. It's 1 to go. 4th place at the line next time around. Christian Miller, number 123, trying to chase him down for the 10-Speed Hero Racing team. Nolan Adams in the pink also in position. Here comes Ben Flom on the counter punch as Sandoval loses the lead spot. Now it's the rider in orange and blue. Fell Swoop moving to the very front. Whoa, trying to hold his position. Moving around a little bit here. Here comes the pink of Dyna Racing, also trying to challenge us. Nolan Adams trying to come into the picture. Adams accelerating nicely to the middle of the line. It'll be Adams taking over. Fourth place to the line, number 111. Fourth overall today in the win and out. Flom still able to hold on to a top 5 despite Dyna Racing playing the spoiler there at the end. Couple riders still to finish up, and the Cat 4 men are on deck ready to start here soon. Up you come, Cat 4 men. For the win out to the rail, please. Oh, Kerry Bowie is jumping in on the stream and says, I'll give some support for tonight. Kerry says, go Bowie. Great racing at the Velodrome. Thanks for the super chat and the support. Yes, John had a nice, impressive move there. Agreed. Nice, good start for him as he's been in good shape here tonight to open up the action. Still on our way to raising and hitting our goal here tonight. If you want to help support our goal to hit 150 raised for our scratch preems, you can use YouTube for that. Just find our channel JB Velodrome on YouTube or go to velodrome.org/live. Riders away for the neutral. This is our official team reminding it is a 12-lap race once again with the first bell at 10. For the winner. If you're here in the park with us today, Taco Cortez is open and serving delicious food out of the truck here behind the grandstands. We've got the popsicles here ready to reward the kids for a fun lap around the track, of course, and the Kiddie Kilo sign up still ready to go. You can sign up for the Kiddie Kilo just near the beverage garden, conveniently located right next to the adult beverages. Come on over to the table and sign up. Get the bib number on the kid and register them for a fun lap around the track. Racing about ready to start out of turn 4. And the sound of the whistle means racing is underway. Bell at 10 for the winner in this win and out. The Cat 4 men just now getting started. All right, trying to make this thing a very small field right away. Is that Anton Ernishev for the Jerry Baker Juniors on the early attack? I believe it is. Trying to set something up right away. Leave other riders hurting behind him, and indeed it is. Ernishev looking like he's on a mission right from the get-go in this race. Still in good position down the back straight, but the field's not too far off of him. Let's see what they can do with it here. As he comes under the Stanley sign, the field's starting to sit up just a little bit. They might be leaving Anton a bit alone here. Can he close this thing out? A nice attack for the junior rider. That's right, it's an 18 and under rider off the front trying to get the win here today on Friday Night Racing. Winner next time around, Ernishev on the solo effort, a 1,200 meter solo ride for the kid. Can he hold on? He's been out here for an awfully long time, 2.5 laps. The effort's starting to get harder. He's got to dig deep. The field's within striking distance. They're starting to accelerate. I think our junior may not find the victory he's hoping for, and the catch happens in turn 3. A nice effort for the youngster, but it will not come to pass. At 9 to go, we'll find our winner. That's Ryan Havel for the ACT Racing Team 423. Ryan will find his exit after that nice sprint and catching the junior on the back straight. All right. With the bell ringing again, this one now for second overall. The Rider of the Year jersey on the front now as Quinn Kennedy takes the lead spot. They'll hold on to it down to the back straight. Challenging from a couple riders. And 6 to go. Oh, right to the line. 4:08, looks like he hits it first is Trevor Matsushima.
There are stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the muddle, but it's okay. I don't have the pieces of your whole.
At 5 to go. The most we've seen here, big action there in that last sprint. With Trevor finding his way out for second place and the field coming back together again after that to rest up for a moment. They're coming into another bell shortly. This one will be for third. Bell's ringing at 4 to go. Jack Hampson for Team Epic takes the lead spot and is trying to lead the sprint out to find third overall. He's got some riders with him though, so he's gonna have to dig deep here to try to hold off the riders who have found his wheel. Looks like some of the younger riders trying to come up side by side here onto the home straight. Hampson will have to surrender this one. Patrick Sheedy, number 438, is the one to find it. .437, the first rider on the track right now at 2 to go, the rider in green. For the Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team, it's Brett Robertson. It's their night here tonight at the track. Our thanks again to Taco Time Northwest Cycling. Next time around will be the bell for 4th, 5th, and all the rest of the places. The final lap upcoming at 1 to go as our Taco Time rider comes onto the home straight. Bell's ringing. 1 to go. Final lap. Michael Westover's found his wheel, so we got a group of 2 there into turn 1 at the lead of the race. 2 in pursuit. Oh, this could get good here going the back straight as our group of 2 at the front may not find themselves alone here. Westover knows he needs to accelerate a bit here as he'll take the lead spot at about 200 meters left. Westover looks like he's got in good position here to win the final sprint. Good for 4th overall. The rider now coming on the home straight. Westover first to the line and followed closely by another of our junior riders, number 413. Tom Herrick will find 5th overall today in the win and out. Still plenty of riders come around the track here on this lap and finishing up.
All right, as the Cap 3s are coming to the rail, let's make sure we have all Kiddie Kilo participants over at staging. All Kiddie Kilos, let's migrate over here. We'll get you all staged up. So Kiddie Kilo is next.
Currently on track, our last race for the win and out. It is the Cat 3 men. Same race format we've seen 3 times before. On deck after them is the kids, the Kiddie Kilo. You just heard the call for those riders to get set and ready to go. So all Kiddie Kilo riders should already be getting ready to start here shortly in just 12 laps. The kids come up, followed by the Marymoor Crawl on the track now. Cat 3s. Whistle is sounded, racing's underway. Bell at 10 for the winner. Bell at 10 for the winner. Good speed here on the early goings of this competition with the riders moving things along, but unlike the Cat 1-2 riders where we really just had some serious speed at the very beginning, they'll actually back off before the sprint, bunching things up again. Not stretching this out just yet. Oh, now another reacceleration. It's Tyrell Lacey, the rider in white for Liquid Velo, rides along the rail and rolls down into corner 1 to take the lead spot, and he brings with him 2 others. That's the all black, I believe, of Carson Hedrick now taking the lead spot. With the bell ringing, this is for the victory here. It's down to 2. Andrew Lynch and Carson Hedrick find themselves at the lead of the field. The rider in blue for Gene Johnson is Andrew Lynch. The rider in black, Carson Hedrick, in a head-to-head sprint. Hedrick has disadvantage when it comes to the draft, but he has advantage when it comes to the sprinter's lane. He's got the shorter line and less distance to ride as he forces Andrew Lynch around the outside, but Lynch will have the advantage of all that draft. Oh, and it will just not be enough. Lynch found the right wheel at the right time. 3:01 gets the official call, and he knows it as he will make his exit. Gene Johnson's going to be happy with that result. Carson Hedrick disappointed not being able to find that one. Savvy riding there from the rider in blue, finding the rear wheel and holding on to the speed of Hedrick, who pulled them both away from that field. Next up is a bell for second place. Hedrick still thinking he's got some room here, and he definitely does at 8 to go. He's shown some good form here in the early goings of the season. He's going to try and dig deep and just ignore that pain from that first effort and just keep rolling. Might as well use the position he's already earned and see what he can do with it. We check the field and see Peter Snoblin for Airtech Racing is the first rider out of the field right now to do some work to try to pursue Hedrick. And it appears that Hedrick's starting to lose a little bit of that steam he'd built up. And he will surrender the lead spot to the rider catching him in turn 4. Snoblin getting the bell at 7 to go. Stanley Douglas for Flo's cycling team is trying to hold on here. The rider in green making a nice run at it. He's got a good sprint. Can he use one here to try to catch up to Snoblin and overtake? In a good spot. This is good for second. He overtakes Snoblin in turn 3, and maybe Stanley Douglas now in a good position. The field doesn't want to let him go. The recently updated junior, Gavin Newman, trying to make a run at it as well. Good acceleration out of the field, and it's going to be too much. I think Newman rockets out of the field. Number 350. Team Epic makes a nice run at the line, and we'll take it. That's one of our up-and-comers here, folks. East Portland Youth Cycling Team driving up the I-5 corridor to compete here. Now I've seen them every week. Every time I'm here, they're here. As we represent sort of the entire northwest corner when it comes to velodromes now. If our winners can make their exit on the same lap that they are winning on, and that would certainly be appreciated, of course, as soon as possible to keep the track nice and clear. We appreciate it. The lead of the group right now, the lead of the race, I should say, is the field on the back straight. Everyone else is somewhere behind them on the track, so wherever else you're looking, they are off the pace currently of the field. Next sprint will be for third. We still got a good one coming up as that's a good sized field resting right now at the blue line, ready to set up another great sprint. 4 to go, 4 to go. And this one for third overall. Justin Captis, 368, takes the lead. Tyro Lacey right on his wheel as they'll take the sprinter's lane, the short lane around the track. That's the space between the black and the red line. Oh, one of the youngsters now also coming into the picture. Jerry Baker Jr.'s, two of them will take over the lead. It's going to be the kids sprinting here now for third. Oh, Fowler trying to make a run on the outside. Oh! 3-4-5 gets the calls. Will Fowler will be third overall, just ahead of Gallagher, who made a nice move down the back straight. Fowler marking his wheel, able to take advantage on the home straight there. It's oftentimes about what wheel you find here, folks, and it's fun to watch how these riders will position themselves on the rider they think is going to make the move and then take advantage of it. You've already seen it a couple times here tonight. Upcoming will be the sprint for fourth, fifth, and the rest at the end of the race, and now it's Snoblin back in the lead spot. A very common move for this rider. When the field goes high, he goes low and picks it right back up again. Loves to keep the pace quick. Aerotech Racing doing his job. He'll pull back up again and invite someone else to try to keep tempo. Can't let this rider go, otherwise he gets the easy fourth place. So the rider's doing just enough to keep him in front of them and right within reach. He's going to try to play hard to get, though. Back down the sprinter's lane. A nice acceleration again for Snoblin as he wants another effort here. Trying to use the bell as motivation. 1 to go. 1 to go. Snoblin on the lead of the lap. Here comes Tyro Lacey. Catching quickly in turn 1. Lacey will take the lead spot. Now trying to run at this thing from the front of the race. Can he hold on? It looks like he's got a very, very good tempo here and should be untouchable for fourth place overall. Everybody in front of the rider in white with the white helmet is behind the field. So your rider just now coming on the home straight, Tyro Lacey in the white, will be the winner of the sprint. Good for fourth overall. Coming across the line next, number 399, David Magidson of the Jerry Baker Jr. is your fifth overall finisher from the win and out. And all riders will exit on the back straight on this lap as it's wrapped up. Coming up next, it's the Kiddie Kilo. The youngsters will take over the track. Cameras out. Get the video rolling. Let's get a good look at the future of sport and all other good things here in our area. The youngsters, come on down. We've got lots of young riders taking the Velodrome. We'll break them up into some groups, so don't you worry. They won't be all at one time. Remember, you don't have very long to cheer on the youngsters, so as they go by, you got to condense all of that cheering and noise into one time you see them. So make lots of noise as they come by on their one fast and fun lap.
All right, we got our big bikes. Are you ready? Nice, that was good. Here we go. Ready, set, go! And I believe our rider at the back, I believe it is her 9th birthday today. So when she comes back around, we got to give an extra big cheer. We got our first rider round. Of applause. Here we go, all the way to the finish line. Good job. Nice work. Woo-woo. But exit into the grass. Here we go. Big sprint coming out of the corner. Look at this. We got 4 juniors. Nice straight lines. Woo! They are sprinting. Going to use those brakes. And I believe we have a happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, let's get the next group out. Come ride to me. Don't hit me, though. Use those brakes. Use the brakes. There we go. There we go. Use the brakes. Stop right there. Stop right there. There we go. These are slightly less big bikes, but equally big. We got some gears in here. Looking good. All right, the people up here, though, when we get to the corner, we got to go on the flat section. Can we do that for me? Go on the flat section. All right, are you all ready? Let's try that again. You got to say, yeah, are we ready? All right, ready, set, go. There we go, down to the flat section. There we go, dodging juniors.
They're always so brave. And off-road, wow. Just like my own kids, do everything against what we ask them to do.
Yeah, that'd be ours passing on the sprinter's lane.
Yeah, I see her.
We got some speedsters. Some more people in the grass on the backstretch, just making it a little extra hard. More people on the track on the backstretch, too. All right, here comes the final sprint here. Tori, watch out. We got excited kiddos. There we go. Big sprint here. Woo! All right, exit into the grass. There we go. Let's keep it going. We got a lot of kids in this group. All the way to the finish. Woo! Great job. All the way. Go into the grass. Looks like we have a mechanical on the back stretch. I don't know what the re-entry rules are for the kilo. I think we'll taking care of all the way. Maryland will group. All right, next group, come to me. There we go, all the way down. Use those brakes. Come to me on the apron. There we go, yep. Make sure those brakes are working. There we go, right here. Yep, use those brakes. Perfect. Whoop. I will say the brakes are important because we've had kids just go straight into the banners. All right. You know how this goes. I'm going to say, are you ready? And you have to yell, yeah. You got one whole lap. Are you ready? Ready, set, go!
Hailing Eric if he's around, if Eric could come to the building. Wow, that one was so fast, I missed it. There we go, all the way. Woo-hoo. There we got two more groups for the Kiddie Kilo. And then the crawl is next. So those of you getting ready for the crawl, that is coming up after a couple more groups. Here we go, all the way to the line. Look at that leg speed. Spin, spin, spin. All right, great job all the way. Woo-hoo. Next group, come on down. I think this is the giant group. All right, try to use the brakes. Come to me, over here. Come to me down here on the flat section. Over here.
Over here. There we go. Yep, try to use those brakes if you can. There we go. Use your brakes. There we go. Use your brakes, your feet, whatever you need to do. There we go. Woo. Wait right there, bud. All right, wait. Got to get everyone out here. We got a big group of this like 12-inch size. We'll get them all out here. 16, 12, I don't know. We need to have like a cheer meter for the Kiddie Kilo. That's what we got to do. Okay, hopefully you've heard it. I'm going to ask you, are you ready? And then you all have to yell, yes! And you're going to do one super fast lap. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready, set, go! There we go. Parents, watch out. We got lots of kids. Look at all of them. Woo!
Good save, good save, good save. Is that our largest field tonight? I think it is. We got another blue line warrior over there. Impressive. Oh, next exit down to the gray section there too. Very nice. Yeah. I moved down to the apron. Very effective. We're big about the kids out here, folks. If you don't know about our junior programs and classes, I'd point you towards velodrome.org, where you can go to the junior classes under our classes tab and learn about Camp Velo, Youth Try the Track, and of course our Kiddie Kilo program, which is every first and third Friday of our racing season. So in the racing months, you can come out here and check out the kids and cheer them on, the future of sport and track racing here.
All right, they're coming, though. Let's get this cheer going all the way to the finish. Woo-woo! Keep going. We got some sprints here. We got push bikes.
And now for the main event, the home straight sprint. Our youngest one's here. Oh, yeah, we got another finisher. Nice. Speedy in green. This looks to be the youngest in our last group, just getting set up to go. We even got some scooters out there. That's what I'm talking about. It's all good. They're going to just go down the home straight here and go for a fast sprint down to the grass for our last group.
Don't worry, that one was my own kid. All right, push bikers. Are you ready? You're going to run and then exit. Are you ready? Let's try that one more time. Are you ready? All right, they're not going to do it. Are you ready? Yes, ready, set, go. Push bikers, go, 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 go.
learning the meaning of go. There we are. Woo! The parade is on. The unstoppable speed. Nice work on the training wheels. Oh, the push bikes here. Gotta love the Striders. We're not sponsored, but maybe if they're out there watching someday. Yeah. Oh, here we
Burn
go.
of speed. She just want to be the center of attention. All of the cheers.
Yeah, that's right. She's just saving it for now. Bam. It's like, you're going to want to watch this, people. I'm not starting until you're ready. Nice.
All right, we're almost all there. Big kids, thank you for being patient. Looks like we already have crawl contestants staging. Go for it.
You can see some of our youth out here helping out today, as well as our volunteers. Anybody wearing a blue Kiddie Kilo shirt? How about a quick round of applause for our helpers today? Thanks for helping out. And keep the applause going for the parents and the kids of the Kiddie Kilo. Nice job today. Thanks for joining us here.
Woohoo! All right, let's
Fantastic.
get everyone in one giant mob to safely come through the gate. We got stickers for everybody. Stickers for everybody. And Marymoor Crawl, go ahead and stage. Perfect. Marymoor Crawl, stage while we get everyone out.
You two can get a kid out here on the track first and third Fridays of the racing season. The Kiddie Kilo goes on through the regular season. Come on out for the free and fun lap around the track. If you got a neighborhood kid with too much energy, I mean someone that needs to have some fun on a bike, bring them on out for a fun evening here and hang out with us at the Velodrome. It's a good time. Thanks again to mom and dad, all the kids, for the fun. As you just heard, we're getting our competitors for the Marymoor Crawl staged and ready in turn 4. Those riders will be called up here in just a moment. We're going to get all of our young riders safely off. Stickers awarded for their efforts. Good opportunity to stop by and get them the reward they're really wanting. There's that popsicle stand. And the taco truck is still open too, of
All right,
course.
once again, keep on moving. Kiddos, there's stickers in the back. Popsicle is still here. You got tacos. It's a pretty awesome Friday night.
It's a win and out. No, it's the first one is fourth, and then third, then second, then first, and then after.
Our thanks to everybody here helping make Friday night so special, especially all of the folks bringing their kids out to be part of the Kiddie Kilo. Coming up next is the Marymoor Crawl, our local novelty race invented right here. We are formerly known as the Marymoor Velodrome. And this race has been a part of this community for a long time. You're going to see what this is all about here in just a moment. As the riders are ready out of turn 4, you'll want to check this race out. The slowest lap in track racing now underway. The sound of the whistle. These riders are going nowhere fast as they've got an unknown amount of time while they've got to stay upright on their bikes behind this start line here, the finish line for them. As if they cross that line, put their foot down, lean over on somebody, if they leave the racing surface, if they do anything suspect, they're out. For now, they've got to just keep themselves upright and await the sound of the bell to let them know it's one to go. And then it's a sprint for the finish line for whoever can survive that long. Miller says, never mind, bad idea.
Will is looking for money up there. Someone give Will something. I think he'll eat a taco even, a popsicle. Looking for something. Well, how was that sprint for third place?
Felt good. Good to be back in it.
Solid. Where's Nolan? Oh, no, Nolan, come grab the mic. You're on interview duty. Come here. He just dropped out. We're good. Nolan's going to get the mic.
Convenient.
I was going to try to give it to him on the bike, but
This is my first time. What do I do?
Probably ask them a question.
All right, I'm going to
Or
start
maybe just
down
point out
here.
something about their kit you don't like or do like. Or
I like all their kits except
Oh,
for
that's
that
a-
one person, but we won't talk about them.
There we go.
Big Bill Fowler, everyone, at the front. What are your thoughts going into the evening tonight, Bill?
Looking for a taco.
Looking for a taco. I heard there's a taco truck. Is that true?
There is a taco truck. There's
Are they
one right
serving
there.
now?
They are serving right now.
You know, if you got off your your bike right now, Will, you could go get one. What are your thoughts on that?
Tempting, but not going to take it.
All right, I think he's going to do one more lap. Infield, hop the fence, taco time right after. Speaking
sounds
of
good.
taco
Oh.
time,
It is Taco Time Northwest Racing Team. That was a nice lead-in right there. That was professional. It's their night tonight. They're sponsoring this evening. Our thanks to the Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team for helping us put some money into our fun preems tonight. That's right. Riders are going to get some cash during the scratch thanks to our partners there, Taco Time Northwest Cycling. Who else you got down there? That's a nice-looking jersey.
you know, I'm not sure. Name and where you coming from?
Quinn Kennedy, I live here in Seattle.
Quinn Kennedy, how many pink highlighters did you go through to make those White Sox Dyna represented?
Just blew out a few highlighters and soaked them.
Honestly, I could go. I could head down to Michael's or Joann's Fabrics tonight and get a little craft on too. So,
Yeah, that's looking
best
good.
of luck to you, Quinn.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Quinn's wearing our Ride of the Year. Oh, there's a bell. This got what we got here. 6 riders is still in there for the one lap. It's Justin Captis leading out the sprint. Matty Hers 104. Look out for him. He's in second position. Quinn, just getting a moment there a second ago on the interview, is also in the race and in a great spot trying to run at it. Well, this could be a good one. This might be our best crawl yet of the season. Good run in it coming into the corner. It's still Captis on the lead. He's going to lose this lead spot now to Hers. Good counter punch from the second row. Can they make it up to his wheel? Hers still leading the sprint onto the home straight. Hers all the way around the track for the coefficient of speed. He'll be able to take the crawl. Nicely done, as it looks like Hazel Laser number 140. Another one of our younger competitors in the coefficient of speed jersey right behind him for the top 2 spots. The next race is coming up to the rail now. The Open Women Elimination. To the rail, please. Open Women competitors to the rail for the Elimination. Once again, thanks for joining us here tonight. We are just got done with the Marymoor Crawl. We've got 2 more great races tonight, including this really fun elimination coming up. And the scratch races, our featured race of the night, right around the corner. That whistle is for, once again, into the neutral. And these riders are going for the first of 4 eliminations we're going to see here tonight. Last rider across the line, every single lap gets eliminated from the race, one at a time, right down to the last couple. With 12 riders in this group, we're looking at about a 10-lap race overall. We'll see a bell right at the very end, letting us know that it'll be wrapping up for the top 2 spots. Out of the neutral, riders will get the signal if they're in turn 4 altogether. On deck, Cat 1 2 men for their elimination. Racing is underway. Keep your eyes on the back of the field. That's where the fun is in the elimination. We're going to watch for the last wheel next lap to be eliminated. Right now, they're still all in it. But you're going to kind of watch that back top portion as the most active spot in the elimination, where most of the movement's going to come from, and also where the excitement is coming to the line. A little less commentary on my part and making sure that we're being very accurate and clear to the riders so they know that they've been eliminated. Sometimes we're going to have some very close calls as we come to the line, so it'll be my job to help reinforce that for the riders as we get those announced. .201 Westover. The junior making a good move to try to reposition, but maybe just a bit too late. The danger zone in these fields, if you're the last rider down in the sprinter's lane or next door in that second line of riders, that can be a pretty hard spot to be in, as the field tends to come over the top as we hit the home straight, although it looks like we might have one rider backing away from the field just a bit here. Holslander is starting to lose a little bit of the tempo. Indeed, that's going to be Leah Holslander getting her number called, 242. If you've ever been out to the Velodrome before for a missing out, this is very familiar territory. It's just the missing out tends to end the eliminations a couple laps before we've eliminated every rider. So we have sort of a little field after a break. They sprint for the top spots. Sometimes we eliminate down to 3, sometimes down to 5. The elimination goes all the way down. So we'll just keep on eliminating riders one at a time. Now looks like Liquid Velo might be feeling the pressure here. That's 34. Emily Alexander recognizes what's going on. We're going to watch number 4 now. She's the rider in the furthest back spot, but she's got a good wheel and she seems to be attached to it nicely. So she has the sort of the impetus to make the acceleration here and come over the top as they hit the home straight. That's Lucy Gilchrist for the J. Baker Juniors in that far back spot. She's right behind Wade Easley, the rider in blue, and the two of them should try to do some acceleration here as they hit the home straight if they want to stay in another lap. And that's what will happen, and it'll leave a rider out down below. 2:03 is Lucy Dorer. Not quite the sprinter's lane, but right next door. That's that other lane I was talking about, right above the red line. Also dangerous and tough to be in sometimes. You try to squeeze your way in, and there's just not enough room. 8 riders remain. We'll continue to work our way down. There will be a bell as the field has 3, eliminating down to 2 to confirm the end of the race upcoming. It's Gilchrist again in the tough spot at the back, but still looks like she's got some power there to try to come over the top of another one of the juniors down below. 0-2. That's Bella for the Jerry Baker Juniors team, 2:02. Seven riders still remain. Darlene's been doing quite a bit of the work at the front lately, number 9. Wearing the blue of Rice University, our collegiate competitor back home. Recent graduate back here at the Velodrome to compete this season and is in good endurance shape, but she showed some good speed last week. You now look to the back to see who's out this time. Number 3, knowing it's coming. 3 gets the call. Heather Nielsen. Still Darlene at the front, right next door. There's Scoville. Behind her, Annette Williams. To her right, Wade Easley makes up the front 4. We've got Gilchrist, who's been working the back of this field for a long time. Right next to Coach Amara, the rider in the green and blue, as Team Mama Bear tries to reposition now. She knows she's got to go. Up and out of the saddle. It's going to be wide across the track. Good speed here to the line. Who's going to be left out this time? Number 4, Gilchrist. Number 5 does enough work to stay in. As you see, that top group has to work hard that time. There's no one left really down the sprinter's lane, so it just goes wide across the track now. We're into the top 5 spots. Still Darlene in the lead spot in the sprinter's lane, and former teammate, young rider Scoville, right next door to her. Edwards again with the longest distance to go. Up and out of the saddle, trying to get someone else out of this race. Center Cycle's in trouble here. 88, Wade Easley. Down to 4. We're in our top spots here, nearing the end of the elimination. Such a consistent effort from number 9 at the front has just been driving this pace so effectively. Just ensuring that she's in the top of this race, as has Scoville and Williams, who's been right there. Edwards one more time to try to get rid of one of these riders. Who's left in the top 3? Ooh, Williams accelerating nicely. Number 5 on the outside, Edwards, just not quite enough. It was Darlene or Edwards, either on the inside or outside. And then it'll be the rider down to the sprinter's lane with the advantage. 3 riders remain. They'll get the bell this time around. And here we go for third place. Who's our third place rider out? Oh, pinching the kid a little bit. Does she have room to hold on? Oh, wow. Number 9 gets the call officially. Bumping a bit there on the home straight. The call is clean. And man, Scoville had to work to hold on to that spot as the window was closing down on her. And now both Scoville and Williams taking a bit of a breather here for just a moment before the speed picks up again here as they come around to the home straight. Both riders starting to dance a bit on the pedals. Picking it back up for the final sprint, and Scoville will have enough to close this thing out. Number 1 taking another victory tonight. Number 11 of Williams with a great race. Thank you, folks. Our riders hear it and appreciate it. Your encouragement and noise is appreciated. The track should be ready to go. Our next field up to the rail is the Cat 1-2 men. Called up for the elimination. This will be the quickest neutral you'll see here tonight, most likely, as riders are going to already be vying for position. This is a very consistent effort, as you saw from the women competitors as well, our open women field. Generally speaking, the tempo is set at the beginning of the race and is maintained, and it's very difficult to reposition for the majority of this competition if you're near the front. And if you want a front spot, you're going to start driving this train right away. And that's exactly what you'll see do, as it looks to be Andy Baker coming to the front in the neutral. And they are given the whistle. Racing is underway. Elimination next time around. A couple of riders are going to have to scramble just a little bit here, but they're in good spot. They got a wheel. Looking at number 181. Dangling off the back, but he's got a wheel right in front of him. Brandon Russell for Found Cycling Guild. That's right, bigger field, more laps. The elimination now underway. Plenty of speed here in this group, and this will be an exciting one to watch. Scott Grinsel, the rider in gray, still having to work his way forward. He's following the green of Brandon Russell. We've got coefficient of speed down in the sprinter's lane. Kaiser might be in a bad spot here. He's already shaking his head as 140 will get the call. Kaiser. Some riders are going to have to start repositioning already. You see some moving up and around early, well ahead of this thing. When you've got 23 riders in the group, positioning every single lap, very important. .106 is Carlberg. Still Grinsel way in the back of this field, and he's got a group right in front of him to stay in contact, but this is going to get really hard here as he's starting to lose a wheel. He's still accelerating up to the group again. Let's see if he can hold on and nip someone else out of this field. Whoa. 126 is Ben Flom. He does get caught by Grinsel's acceleration on the home straight. Scott will get one more. Ben will make the exit. Rounding onto the home straight, we see the riders that parked themselves at the front. That's the black and the neon of the Killer Robot Racing team. Brad Cunningham doing the lead role right now. 181's done his duty, and he will take his exit this time around. Dyna Racing, Scott Grinsel, caught at the line. Wide at the front here. You can see riders ready to have a change here as Cunningham's been at the front for a while. Based on the color of the jersey, that's going to be John Bowie repositioning to the very front. .122 is Nick Martinez. Good racing here on a Friday. I hope you're enjoying yourselves out there. It's a beautiful evening. We still got the popsicles ready to go here for the kids. And for you, come on, you know you want some ice cream or some popsicles. The taco truck open. The beverage garden is still pouring through the evening. Come join us here for some more fun. Stick around in the Velodrome. More elimination racing and scratch racing still to come. 116, Vincent. Scott Vincent. It's been hard to get any promotional things in here tonight with how quick the racing has been and much to talk about with what's happening on track, but we do have some special events I want to make sure you know about. If this is your first time in the Velodrome, our bigger events aren't even these Friday nights. We've got special events during our calendar year. I'll talk about the first one I want you to know about here after a couple more eliminations that you can look forward to in your calendar. 118, Austin Hildreth. We are less than 50 days away from the international class race here. It's the Vision Grand Prix coming back once again to the Velodrome. If you want to be here for the biggest night of racing of the year, that's the one you're going to want to add to your calendar. You can head to velodrome.org and click the racing tab to check out all the special events on our calendar. Here we come for another elimination. Whoa. 134 is Haldeman. Haldy caught on the inside. This year, the GP, the Vision Grand Prix, is coming July 21st and 22nd. $10,000+ in cash prizes, or cash and prizes, excuse me. We got all the normal trimmings of great racing, plus international class speed, Olympians, national champions, and more. 119 is the call. Darlene, 119. Again, if you want to catch the fastest racing at the Velodrome, the biggest crowds and the greatest show we got through our whole season, you just want to come out for that, don't forget to mark your calendars for July 21st and 22nd, the Vision Grand Prix. All events are on the calendar. You can also head to velodrome.org/calendar to take a look at all of the events, the regular race nights, and other programs that are going on here. 107 is Chris Wilson. Stretched out these last couple laps. Great pace from the front of the group. Oh, Liquid Velo, the window's closing down. 117 is caught. Chip Chase, he's already up. He knows it's him.
And for those of you worried, apparently we blew both beer cakes. We're sending somebody. It's post-doc. They're right there. We're going to go get more beer. Don't worry. Cheer. Woo!
Oh, man. We almost had to shut down the whole event. .105 is Ludo Max. Wide across the back, and there's a lot of green in that vicinity. It's going to go the direction of our blue-green color there for Beat Cycling. Another special event for us Redmond locals around here. We know about Derby Days. July 14th, a special Friday night. We're going to have a big showing here for a Friday night race, and it's going to be a great evening to come out. 114 is Kenny Williams. A lot of our spectators were going to be shuttled in from Derby Days. We're partnering with the city of Redmond to make this one heck of a fun evening for the family. So don't forget, July 14th, everybody's favorite local event here in Redmond, Derby Days, partnering with us for Friday night racing on July 14th. Another great event to mark in your calendar for the upcoming season. Brandon Russell, the furthest back, making a run at it. 1-2-7, Carl Cunningham, as Russell accelerates to stay in this one another lap. He'll take the rider out in white in the middle of the field. Christian Miller showing some strength here this part of the season. He wants to take his turn at the front. So he will position as we've had Matty Hers there, the rider in the blue, who's now second in the lineup at the lead for a while. Here comes another elimination. We're watching the back again. Whoa. 141 is the call. That's Carl Hofer. Now in the green, I'm gonna have to adjust, of Fountain Cycling. And it looks like Keller Rohrbach a bit off the pace here. Making the exit with grace. Brad Cunningham, 128. Gotta love when the riders interact with the fans, and when the fans interact with the riders. That's always good. The Beverage Garden liking the move here for the rider in pink as he comes screaming by. Trying to drop the rider in green. It looks like Fountain Cycling's in a tough spot. 129 has gotten the call. That's Brandon Russell eliminated. Make it 7 riders now. Our field of 24 down to 7. John Bowie, Christian Miller now side by side at the front of this race. That's Carl Cunningham, I believe, coming into the picture. Or is that going to be Colin Gibson? I think that's Gibson moving up into the high spot. Let's see what happens at the back here. Oh, another close one. It's 101, Sandoval. 101. It's Adams, Hers, and Sandoval kind of lining up at the back of the field. We got a no pole lap, no pole lap. It's a no pole. Okay. Sandoval eliminated last lap. Adams also exiting, I suppose. That was a no pole. You're in, my man. Have fun with that. All right, how about give a cheer there for Adams there. Good effort. Down to 5. Nolan Adams will come out this time around. And let's see who we got here. It's still Andy Baker in the race. Number 103 takes the lead spot for Liquid Velo. Waterline Racing's got John Bowie in the second spot. Christian Miller for 10 Speed Hero is the third rider. Matty Hers, coefficient of speed, the fourth rider in the blue with that white helmet. And I still believe Colin Gibson is the rider in white with the black neon helmet. 5 wide, here we go. Watch for the sprinter's lane getting overtaken. 103, it is Andy Baker. Good for 5th tonight in the elimination. Next up will be for 4th place. Gibson taking the lead spot now. Coming side by side with Bowie, leaving Hers and Christian Miller off behind. Miller's got the long line at the blue to try to come around. He's doing a nice job of accelerating. Who is going to be out this time? 139. Gibson knows that he didn't have quite enough jump left to hold on to that sprint, so he'll make his exit. We're down to the top 3. Bell next time around. Now for 3rd place. Christian Miller, the rider in white with the black helmet, in the best form I've seen him in a while. He has been really showing his stuff this evening and this season. But I think his number might be called here as he's starting to look down at the pain a little bit and realizing he doesn't have one more jump left to give. Miller falling off the pace. Here comes your top 2 across the line. Christian Miller for a 3rd place overall finish. 1, 2, 3. The bell has rung as a reminder for the two still in the race. It's a match sprint as they go up to the rail. Ooh, Hers takes the dive down in the lane. A nice whip down into the short lane around the track. Bowie has just been so powerful, though. He's going to just run at that rear wheel and look at him fly into the front position. And Hers doing his best effort to hold off the charge from Bowie. Waterline Racing looking speedy at this time of year. Takes another one. Bowie for the elimination. Hers with an excellent race tonight. Fantastic form for our competitors. These athletes, man, they're putting on a good show tonight. Track is open. Cat 4s to the rail.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, you.
All right, the elimination's a good time, and we got another group here to take it on. 17 came up to the rail according to our officials, which means we've got another good length race for the Cat 4s in elimination. Currently in the neutral, starting out of turn 4. Our apologies to everybody out there rewatching this later. I think the stream has dropped. Every time we have a concert night, we struggle to maintain enough data to keep things going out live, but we'll re-upload the action. So for our riders and everybody out there, we can still come back and enjoy this beautiful evening of racing together later. If you want to follow all updates related to the Velodrome, including any changes in our schedule or any cancellations due to weather, make sure to follow us on our socials at JB Velodrome. Again, that's at JB Velodrome on Instagram and Twitter. Eliminations begin next time around. Last rider across the line out of the race. Keegan Fairbanks of the Jerry Baker Juniors has the long road to go. Already starting to make a good move at it. That's the rider at the very back. Nice acceleration. He's got some room to come up with the top. So Keegan repositioning nicely. Continue to watch the back here as there's a lot of rotations happening. Who are we going to have to leave out here? .435, David Parsons.
Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray.
429, Jean-Philippe Frank. 429. That's right, Postdoc Brewing stepping up big for us. They are just a short jaunt out of the park. Our good friends at Postdoc Brewing have been helping us for the last couple of seasons as our beer sponsor in the beverage garden. Our shout out to them once again. I'll talk a little bit more about them and hopefully whet your appetite to go visit them soon after this elimination call. 444. It's all fours for Keegan Fairbanks, eliminated this lap. Postdoc Brewery, expect satisfying Pacific Northwest lineup from them, along with a variety of sour and barrel-aged beers. I'll tell you firsthand, don't say I go there that often, but I'll tell you, they have some creative brews there at Postdoc. A wide variety of favorites and new things always popping up, always made with a focus on delivering the absolute best. Their tap room, well, it's located right outside of the park, is dog and family friendly. Go check them out. Our thanks again to Postdoc Brewery. 430, William Huang, one of our young riders, caught there. That's right, the Cat 4 men, oftentimes well populated by our under 18 crew, and especially in this field, you're going to see a lot of 15, 14, 13, 12-year-olds even sneaking their way into these competitions. So riders coming out of our junior programs, our beginning nights on Monday nights, and participating in these Cat 4 fields, getting the miles in, the experience, the support as they continue to grow in the sport. Watch the middle here. It's Gilchrist trying to find a home. Won't find it. 499 knows it's coming. Gilchrist. It looks like Ernie Shev going to try to take over the job at the front now, so more shuffling at the front of this field. It's Dan Pham, the furthest back rider, trying to reposition himself. Looks like he'll be able to find the lane to do so. It's one of the juniors in a tough spot now. 438 is Patrick Sheedy. Jerry Baker Jr. is caught. Ernie Shev continuing to do enough to start to pull away a little bit on the front. He'll settle in. I think the rest of the riders will find that wheel soon enough. So once again, Pham in the blue, dark blue, I should say, with the black helmet at the back end of this group, having to do all the work to reposition. It looks like he's got the lane and the space to do so. A rider in pink realizing, gotta get some speed. It's gonna leave out a rider in the sprinter's lane. 4-1-3 is the official call. Tom Herrick. Looks to be 10 remaining in the group. Still working our way down this elimination. Every rider, one at a time. Similar position for Pham. He continues to do this well. Does he have another effort left? Trying to leave out another rider down the sprinter's lane. Might be able to do so. 434. Luke Tallman. For the East Portland Youth Cycling Team, caught that time. His teammate nearly at the front, right behind the Rider of the Year jersey, currently Quinn Kennedy's right to wear. .419 as Dan Pham has finally fought out at the back. Awfully close. He almost had another one. As it was Anton Ernishev down the sprinter's lane who was hoping he didn't have the speed to catch him, and he gets lucky there. You got some pink off the back right now as Dyna Racing's trying to reposition themselves onto the home straight. Stretched out pretty far behind Quinn, who continues to lead this thing strong. Nice move for Dyna, well and safe. 403, Anton Ernishev is caught this time. Quinn continuing to drive the pace hard enough to really force this group into almost single file. We've seen some impressive efforts from this rider already early in the season, wearing the brazen colors of the leader, the Rider of the Year jersey, the green and purple. But it's going to be Dyna this time, it looks like, off the back. That'll be 418, officially. Conrad Mayer. We do this every every Friday night. We have a lot of weeknight racing, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This is the only night we do the show where we pull out the beverage garden, the food trucks, the announcing with the live stream and the music and the full package. You can come by on a Monday and Wednesday and check out our other programs, also announced and free for spectators if you want to see our beginning nights and the other things that we do here at the Velodrome. 437 is Brett Robertson of tonight's sponsored team, Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team, sponsoring tonight's event here. So our thanks again to their partnership. And my last reminder to sign up and check out Taco Time hosting the Volunteer Park Criterium. Coming up very soon. Down to 5 now, top spots really coming into picture. That's Westover trying to struggle for that 5th spot. Can he hold on? Not quite enough. 401 shaking his head and gets the call. 401 Westover. Down to our top 4. Quinn Kennedy just continuing to show they've got plenty of endurance and strength here at the front. Right on the wheels, Hampson of the East Portland Youth Cycling Team, and now takes over at the front. 4 wide for the sprint. Who's the last one across the line? Oh, 4:20 is Quinn Kennedy shaking their head saying, dang, found out there. Impressive effort. Once again, so long out in front and made that race very fast. I believe that's Trevor Matsushima taking the lead now. They'll be getting the bells. It's down to 3. This is for third place. Running on the home straight. It's Matsushima still leading it out. Hansen trying to hold on to this one. Oh! 4:22. It's Jack Hampson, 4:22, and a great sprint. 3 across the track. And we're down to our final 2. Being led still by Matsushima. Getting on the home straight. The sprint now coming side by side. Going to come out around the corner. Here we go. Right down to it. Nice jump to finish the race. As 4:23 will be your winner. Ryan Havel will take it in the final sprint. Corner 1 and 2 doing a good job there. Our fans making some good noise over there. Appreciate you all showing up here tonight and supporting the riders. What a great and beautiful evening here. Track is open for our next group. Come on up. It is time for the Cat 3 men to the rail for the elimination. Cat 3s. On deck, open women's scratch race. I heard from our beverage garden staff person, Zach down there, that we've got a lot of first-timers here checking out racing tonight. So welcome to the Velodrome. If it was the beer that brought you, sorry we ran out. We're getting more. Racing is good here. We have this happening every single Friday night. Postdoc Brewing, Locust Ciders bringing us our beverage garden, and our riders here, our local athletes, bringing the good show. As long as the weather's good through the summer months, we're here racing 7 o'clock every week. So come join us some more for some great fun. I already reminded of a couple of events. If you're having fun tonight and want to check out some real quality, big party scene, fun time here at the Velodrome, I got those 2 big events that I already reminded you. I'll remind you again to make sure you come join us. Bells ringing for elimination starting next time around. Once again, this race coming down to the last rider across the line. This race is all about watching the back end, and especially the beginning of the elimination. This is a great place to be in the beverage garden because you get to see the riders move over the top and use the rail and all that space to try to accelerate and catch riders out. 3:15, Grant Gibson. That's Stanley Douglas that didn't like being at the back, now going to the very front. .321. It's Mike Ritter shaking his head. Some vocabulary we've been using tonight, in case you're not familiar, these categories we're referring to. It's just relatively, if I just make it short and sweet, the riders with a smaller number have more victories under the belts and have upgraded to faster groups. The Cat 3s kind of tend to be in that middle ground. These riders have plenty of experience on the bike, working their way up. And that is 3:05, Hyun Lee, speaking of experience, another one of our great competitors here. It's Dyna Racing's Hyun Lee found out that time. Somebody changed the colors this season. I think this is the perfect time for a team to switch to red. Not everybody, just one of you. Snowblin off the front. Let's look to the back, though, again, where the action is. Stanley says, yep, here it comes. 3-9-1, Douglas. Aerotech Racing taking a poke off the front, as we saw Stanley Douglas do a few laps ago, but I don't think he's going to be trying to make any other moves up for the front. He just wants to be in that front spot, and you can see the effort at the front of the field is so much more consistent. And if you've got the lead of the sprinters lane, you know you're not going to get eliminated anytime soon. You got a rider behind you.
Come on, JC! The mic was on.
3-9-9 is David Magidson. Magidson right in the middle, as that field had to really fight every inch.
I'll say the mic was on because I see beer. We all give a cheer for Post Stock. We're restocking over there.
All right, Post Stock Brewery, thanks for the pinch hitter. And I think probably Eric making the run, I'm assuming. .311 Aerotech Racing's James Campbell Harris, also shaking his head. They know when it's coming sometimes. Still have our top 3 finishers from the win and out, I believe, still in here. So plenty of speedsters here to compete. No surprise that we're seeing, again, the strength of some of these riders moving towards the front. But again, we look to the back to see the next elimination. It looks like it's going to be one of our juniors that made a big move last lap. JC Pyle doing all the work he could to stay in one lap ago. No more power to do it again. 9 riders in the field. Andrew Lynch, your winner of the final sprint back in that win and out, still in the action here, the rider in blue. Pardon me, the winner, I believe, actually. It was him and Hedrick in a head-to-head sprint. And it was the rider for Gene Johnson Cycling in blue that was your winner tonight in the first competition. So we'll keep our eyes on 301. The number is 368, Cactus. And he saw it coming as well. And there goes the rider who got second place last time these riders were out here. This is Newman for Team Epic, trying to jump off the front a little bit and secure a bit of positioning for himself. Tyrell Lacey, the rider in the white with the white helmet, sitting right behind Lynch. Had a good sprint to finish out the win and out. Tough spot for some of the juniors right now who look down low. Will Fowler, 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Nowhere to go except out in this case. Look to another junior in a really tough spot. Look out for the rider with the red helmet in a very tough position right now, as is Carson Hedrick in the all black. Both riders going the sprinters lane. Whoa, finding some lane though. It's leaving Hedrick in the back part of the field now. And the top's accelerating nicely, trying to leave the bottom out. 3:04, Hedrick. .304. All right, he gets the call. He's just carrying his momentum. That was close. If the line was a little bit more in my direction and scooted over, I think Hedrick would have been clear and safe. Just didn't have enough time to make that run, and it also had to use a little bit of the blue to make that move happen down below. .350 is Gavin Newman. Down to 5. Top 5 spots coming up here. Who's in 5th? Our next elimination, Andrew Lynch is the rider on the way on the outside. Tough spot for Lacey down the sprinter's lane. 312, yes, Tyrell Lacey, nowhere to move. Gritting his teeth, trying to find a spot. And nothing to be had. Peter Snoblin leads the field right now. Merrick Gallagher with the red helmet right behind him, one of our junior competitors. It's Luke Wilson. Currently third spot in the lineup. Andrew Lynch, your winner of the first race tonight, is the rider in blue at the back end of it. Yes, that is Super Bowl champion Luke Wilson amongst us here tonight. Isn't that exciting? The sprint coming to the line. Let's see where it's going to be. Whoa! 301 is Lynch on the outside. Andrew Lynch. Great sprint for fourth place there. Everyone had to make the move. Snoblin sitting on the lead of the group of three now. He's got that snappy junior right there ready to try to bite at his heels, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Up and out of the saddle, nipping away at Snoblin. Does he have more left? Here goes Gallagher on the attack. It's one to go. 347 is Snoblin eliminated. Luke Wilson says, yep, that's about it. Here goes the kid. Merrick Gallagher. No, you don't got it. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, he's sitting up. He knows he's got it. All right. Hey, I just had a bit of fun. Good sprint for the junior. He'll take it. Merrick Gallagher on the elimination. Great race here today for the young competitor. Awesome racing. Luke Wilson coming across the line will be your second place finisher for the Cat 3s. Great competition here tonight. Man, the racing's good on a Friday night, isn't it? More to come. Track is clear. Open women, come on up. Scratch race. $50 and a $25 preem open women during the race. 2 bell rings from me. $50 and a $25 preem coming your way. Thanks again to Taco Time Northwest Cycling and some of our great fans out there before the stream died. Being able to throw in some money on the super chat. The scratch race on the track now in the neutral. Start out of turn 4. It is a 25-lap race to the finish line once this thing gets going. And the racing is underway. And what a great time to talk again about our sponsor that's helping us out tonight. Taco Time Northwest Cycling team has stepped up this evening to help make tonight a little bit more fun. They've thrown some cash in tonight to make the laps faster. And that's in part because they want to remind all of us that, one, we've got a cool racing team here, Taco Time Northwest Cycling, but also they're the host of the oldest remaining downtime criterion, the upcoming Volunteer Park Crit. You'll mind make sure you sign up for that. It's one of the most inclusive events in cycling in the state, racing for females, males, non-binary athletes of all ages and abilities, including juniors, set in the picturesque Volunteer Park, close to downtown Seattle. Make sure you check out Volunteer Park Criterium. And again, our thanks to Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team. 2 preems during the race, and at 24 to go, they know they're going to hear a bell twice from me before the end. And at 1 to go, there's a bell that'll come from the inside of the field, telling the riders that it's 1 to go and they're going to figure out their winners there. That's right, a scratch race is a race. It's the one that you think of when you hear race. Fastest rider wins. No points, no eliminations, nothing crazy like that. Just straight to the line we go after 25 laps of speed from the open women. Our thanks to some of our other sponsors here. Soon to see in turn 4, the big windscreen that's coming from our new partner, Sound Transit. And if you don't know what's going on in here at Redmond with the East Link, you're going to be seeing a lot more of it. Broadmark Capital, Vision, Stanley, Greg's Bicycles, John Douglas, Cycling Attorney, Vi13, DBC Photos. Dennis still here? He's taking the time off now, isn't he? He's taking enough photos. I see his gear. Dennis is still around. DBC Photo hanging out here. Kachina Fresca, Gene Johnson Plumbing, Therabody, Move Redmond, Better Builders, Waterman Rhinoplasty, and Caporisano Physical Therapy. Our thanks again to all of our sponsors for their financial support and their community support for this group here at the Velodrome. You know of a company, somebody that might want to join in on sponsoring or helping out the Velodrome, be a part of this active athletic community with a lot of visibility in the Redmond corridor, be sure to reach out. You can find more information at our website, velodrome.org. $21 to go. Another way to get involved around here, maybe you're new at the Velodrome, you're like, this actually looks pretty fun. What do I do to get involved more? Not just come and watch racing. You want to do something more active. You want to get on the bike. What a better place to learn. There is no better place to learn, I should say, track cycling and competitive cycling in general. This is a very big velodrome with very gentle curves in it. We're known for our educational programs, and the clinics we offer are racers. You can check out one of our programs by heading to velodrome.org in the classes tab. We have adult classes on the weekend, 4 hours long. It's $40, and that gets you a rental bike included, plus the instruction for the 4 hours. At the end, you'll be invited to participate in our beginning race nights on Monday nights, and very quickly you'll find yourself on a bike and enjoying the activity of competing on track cycling. And if that's a little bit too much, you just want to dip your toes, not jump into anything just yet, you can do so by signing up for an adult Try the Track class, $10 for an hour. And again, the rental bike is included. We're just going to get you enough information to understand how the fixed gear bike works, get you some safety figured out, help you get onto the Velodrome, and the staff will help you try out what the bike feels like, how it rides, how it races. And at the end of the hour, if you want to do more, you can sign up for an adult class or not. You know, if that's all you want to do is just learn a little bit more about the sport, we're happy to help do that as well. Kids can sign up for Camp Velo also through our website on the classes tab. Spots filling up quickly as always. Youth Try the Track classes are free, $0 for the kids to come try it out. And yes, we have rental bikes that'll fit the youth as well. Thanks to our community and all the fundraising efforts we do, we are able to maintain a great rental fleet for all sizes. Looking at 18 to go, the Open Women doing not a surprising effort here. They are working collaboratively in a single file in the early parts of the race, working their way down and taking their turns at the front to keep it quick. If you're ever out checking out road racing, you'll see this for a lot of miles, as the field doesn't need to just always be attacking each other. That's not really doing the whole group a favor. So as we get closer to either a bell, they also know they've got some sprints that they're saving their efforts for. They've got 2 of them from me and 1 from the infield for the finish at the end. So our riders being conservative and smart here with the timing of their efforts and when it's time to go. Now seeing 17 to go. I got $25 to lead the lap. $25 at 16 to go to lead the lap. $25 to lead the lap at 16 to go. Edwards at the front as the bell's ringing. A couple riders from midfield wanting to reposition themselves for the big cash prize. The first to make the big move out of the middle is Heather Nielsen. She brings with her that orange bike of Charlotte Westover. The kid wants a big payout, $25 for one of the juniors. Heck yeah. Rounding out onto the home straight, it's still Nielsen. Center Cycles holding on for the preem sprint. Number 3 gets the official confirmation as well as my call. It'll be number 3, picks up the $25, and now a bit of a snap here in the field. Is Westover going to try to jump back up on this effort? Looks like she'll be able to. Charlotte, it's a smart move to reaccelerate and join this now front group of what looks to be 7. $14 to go. Number 11 on the lead of the field now. Annette Williams. Everybody else behind this group of 7 is in the chase. $13 to go. Lucy Dorr at the front for a moment before Charlotte Westover takes over. A couple of members of that Jerry Baker Juniors team. Our local junior team that works in cooperation with the Velodrome, the Jerry Baker Junior team, now 45 plus strong with, I believe, 20 planned for national competitions this year, growing every single year. There's other ways to get involved as a young rider. It just so happens that at the track, that's our largest team currently. And there is some information also available through velodrome.org. You can find the homepage for the junior team if you want to learn more about what they're up to. $11 to go. Number 9 on the lead. It's Kelly Darlene. There's Scoville on the lead of the effort there. Number 1 pulls out of the way. So these riders are going to stay, again, pretty cooperative for a few more laps as there's still a fair distance left on the track, over 2 miles of racing before it's over. So they'll continue to work cooperatively, take their turns to the front, relatively half-lap pulls as you're seeing here, 200 meters each. Sort of the standard polite protocol. Good etiquette out here at our Velodrome. Seeing 9 to go as they hit the home straight. That's Westover again, one of our youngsters doing good work here tonight. But Catherine Wade Easley, number 88, wants to take over up above. Wade Easley making this a little shifty move here, just enough to reinstigate a bit more speed from the field as she'll sit up to the blue line coming into turn 3 under the Stanley sign, and will reset herself back towards the back of the field. Rider seeing 8 to go. 8 to go. A lot of names you've heard before. These are familiar athletes all in this group. Everybody with a good shot at this race. One more thing still to throw a wrench in their system. They know there's a big preem coming up at some point between 7 to go in the end. And then, of course, the victory at the end. And each one of these riders has, I think, a way to set themselves up for some good things to happen here. So our group of 7 rolling now behind the powers of Scoville, the rider with bib number 1 at the front. Coming up in just a few short laps, our Cat 1 2 men for their scratch race. You can see many of them warming up on the warm-up circle now. As, of course, as the sun's gone a bit lower here at our Velodrome, the temperature dropping, the warm-up even more important as we come into the evening. 6 to go. Door at the front again. Now Westover. And I got $50 to lead the lap at 5 to go. $50 to lead the lap at 5 to go. Big cash premium prize. Our thanks again to Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team for helping that happen tonight. $50 on the line. One speedster out of this field within the last mile is going to be really hurting. It might change up the way this race finishes. Nielsen again trying to pick up on the cash. Darlene getting a little bit inspired too. Round the corner, the collegiate competitor. Number 9 looking speedy for the 50. That's a good enough payout for the youngster to go for it, and she will grab it. That's a good move from Darlene. Can't really call it a youngster anymore. All these years, think about her as a junior. She just in her first year away from home, coming back, doing good work here this year, returning from her first year away at college, and now here she is once again showing good racing form tonight. She'll pick up the $50. Three to go. Ride of the Year, number 1, wants to keep the jersey on. So this race goes for Ride of the Year points. Definitely going to be a focus for Scoville, who wants to keep on the green and purple for another series going in through next week. Everyone else here competing to see if they can snub the right from her. Last week was the Kieran. So Scoville, your winner in the Kieran last Friday. Now trying again today to see what she can do here in the scratch. She's only got 2 laps to go and a nice field kind of bunching around her. And next time we see him, it'll be 1 to go and the bell will be ringing. 2 to go. Bunching at the blue line. Looks like a couple of riders have picked their mark already. They found their wheel. Not Darlene, though. She's sitting underneath the field, sort of guarding at the blue line while the rest of the field's above her to her right. And a little bit of shifting around going on as I speak about folks kind of settling into their spot. Not going to be the case now as our competitors reposition heavily behind the effort of Nielsen, who's now up and out of the saddle at 1 to go. Final lap, it's 1 to go. The win of the scratch race next time around the track for the open women. Number 3 takes the lead spot. Number 9, our winner of the $50, still has plenty of power left in. She's going to try to sit there in the second spot. There's your Rider of the Year jersey, number 1. Trying to fall on Darlene's wheel. That's a good place to be. Smart move. Number 1 trying to come around at the last moment here. Annette Williams also marking number 1, wants to try to challenge her. It's a gusty night out there as they round the corner. A little bit of help as they hit the home straight, though. It looks like Scoville will find another week of victory here in the scratch. The junior for the J. Baker Juniors, another victory for her. Annette Williams across the line will be second. Darlene third. Couple more finishers.
And you won't need to do.
Coming to the rail, Cat 1 2. Men scratch race. Cat 1 2 men to the rail for the scratch race.
So Corey, I have our. Oh, I don't like this mic. Andrew, what do you think about this scratch race?
30 laps is a lot.
30 laps is a lot for. All right. Good luck.
We need to invest in some better wireless system, man. Whew. Yeah, they're pricey. I hear you, Mr. I'm on the board. Another great race in store for us here. The scratch race for the Cat 1-2 men this time. And 30 laps on the lap cards for this one. Two preems again, 25 and 50 coming out during the race. $25 preem and a $50 preem coming your way of the Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team during this race. On deck, Cat 4 men for their scratch race will be the next event, followed by the last race of the night, the Cat 3 men for their scratch race. All right, here we go. Pick your favorite. Here we go. One more time for the Cat 1-2s. Off and away. 30 to go. $25 and a $50 preem during the race. The bell will ring from the deck. Otherwise, we're racing for the finish line. First across the line, your winner, and of course, Rider of the Year jersey points up for grabs. That's Kenny Williams of the Center Cycles team at the lead. As he finishes his turn, he'll give it to Andy Baker of Liquid Velo. Decently long race here, so in this length again, conservation of effort important. Riders that think that they got the bunch sprint at the end are going to try to be greedy and stay off the front as much as they can. Position themselves midfield to save effort. The difference between being on the front and in the middle of this field is drastic. If they're ever close to you, if you're up along the rail, you'll feel them go by. And that's not the breeze picking up, that's the wind being moved by their overall effort. And when you see the field like this just helps point out how important it is to be behind somebody else, as they're all single file practically down the back straight. Everybody's trying to find a wheel to be on. As the difference between being in the wind and not, so drastic. Especially on a gusty night like tonight. 27 to go, the blue Center Cycles again. That's Mike Dalling this time. Chip chase for Liquid Velo at the front for just a moment. 10 Speed Heroes got Christian Miller now coming up for a pole. Good speed here again. It's still nearly all single file. The back's just a little bit bunched up, but essentially everybody's scrambling for a spot now. It's Keller Rohrbach racing off the front, trying to make this fast again. Good turn of speed from Rad Cunningham. At 24 to go. Nice bit of dig here and not wanting to let up. Chris Wilson makes room for Ludo Max up the front. Again, still basically single file. Great speed from this field. They're shaking and baking early on and trying to hold good tempo. Quick laps, and we continue to count it down, seeing 22 now on the cards. As 103 comes back to the front is Andy Baker, followed by Chip Chase, quickly back to Cunningham. That was 21 to go. Now we're finally starting to see enough pace coming off here that it's starting to back down just a hair. The back of the field starting to get a couple lanes now as the pressure easing up just a bit. Impressive opening laps. The first third of this race was very quick. $20 to go. Oh, a nice repositioning here. Field goes a bit wide. Out of it comes Little Max. Will just kind of keep the pressure on and move forward. And that'll encourage a few more to pop out as well, as it looks like we now have a lead group of 3. Yeah, this is causing a bit more of a scramble from the field. They see John Bowie move into the front along with 2 quick riders, a field of 3, or a group of 3 off the front, this lead group. The field feeling that's enough to start reconfiguring, time to move up, trying to put in their own effort to bridge the gap. And you'll see, once again, the field's strung out in single file and starting to work their way back up, and nearly every rider's got a spot and should be able to get back up with the lead riders. As Bowie pulls up out of the way, looks behind him and sees he's got just a little bit of distance here between his lead 5 and the rest of the riders. Do they want to stay on this and continue to try to pull this thing apart at all? It's 17 to go, not sure. Looks like Baker's going to keep the effort up. This effort all keeping it quick, not losing a whole lot of riders in the process, but maybe thinning the field just a hair. Looks like Christian Miller in the next one up to kind of roll it forward. Sees open track and will push down the pedals to keep it moving. Number 1, 2, 3. He was looking for some help, didn't really get any from the other riders off the front, so he'll pull up for his rest as the rest of the field will begin to follow suit. More open lane down the sprinter's lane, and once again, after the attack is caught, back away goes another rider or 2. This time, here comes Matty Hers off the front. Coefficient of speed. At 15 to go, Ben Flom in the orange and blue in pursuit. Just one rider after another. Something might come together here. Seeing some of our riders looking pretty gassed after several rounds of attacks. Our leaders rounding onto the home straight now. The group of 2, seeing 14 to go. Hers, number 104, Flom 126, off the front. Working as new teammates, they'll try to settle into a nice groove and hold off the pursuant field. At 13 to go, I've got $25 to lead the lap. $25 to lead the lap at 13 to go. $25 to lead the lap at 13 to go. Not sure if those two riders like that I'm doing that now or not, but I decided 13 a while back, and here they are. They're off the front. They either are going to have to sprint against each other for the $25 or figure out a way to do it more cordially. The field's coming, though. Now Hers taking the lead spot. Who's going to be collecting the money? It's not in the field. It's going to be our lead riders. Hers takes the lead spot. No challenge from Flom. Hers picks up the 13 at 12 to go. 104, a little richer. But that was enough instigation from the field to do some work to catch as well. Maybe thinking Hers might pull off the pace there at the end. Sensing this is a good time to catch. Colin Gibson makes the move and brings up a group to catch the leaders. The group saw 11 to go. Majority of the competitors out on the track right now are in the field. A few danglers on the back straight right now, but the front of the race and the field just now coming on to the home straight. The majority of the riders in the competition. It's at 10 to go. 10 to go. Sandoval, number 101 at the lead. There's Gibson again, number 139. And Bowie following up next. We are going to have a new winner of the Rider of the Year jersey, most likely, depending on how people finished in the Kieran last week, could kind of change up how the overall season is going to look. But your Rider of the Year jersey not in this competition any longer. Points going to some new folks out here to win this race. Seeing 9 to go. Trying to scoop Boone off the front of this once again, number 128, Brad Cunningham. Moving things along. Ludo Max joining in on the effort, making it a group of two with one in pursuit, trying to bridge the gap very quickly, trying not to be in that middle ground for too long. He'll catch on very fast. So now we're forming a group of three as three overtake a group of three. Leader seeing 8 to go. And the field soon to catch our group of three as well. Flom pulling them through at the moment, and then he pulls up for Andy Baker, who quickly gives it over to John Bowie. Quick rotations there at the front. Still the big money preem upcoming, as well as the fast finish. As Bowie works down the back straight, pulls up out of the way. Our next rider working to pursue is the white with the black helmet of Christian Miller at 7 to go. Pretty well organized here at the front and good pace once again. They will start to make small gains on the lead of the three riders in front of them. Our competitors seeing 6 to go. 6 to go. Cunningham still driving this effort right now. But Bowie, it looks like, does enough work for this thing to get shut down. Your leader is back into the field and everyone riding at about the blue line or above. An interesting move. That looks to be our rider Colin Gibson, all the way from downtown, making the move along the rail, wants to take over the lead spot at 5 to go. Gibson down in that aero position, looking like he's trying to save a little bit of effort from aerodynamics, trying to be out on his own in front of the group. Looks down between the legs. He's trying to estimate that gap and sees the response. Trying to decide how long to be on this effort for now. Onto the home straight at 4 to go. Gibson caught as he crosses the line by number 104, Matty Hers. It's been active tonight. Coming up second place back in our elimination was Hers. So we'll keep an eye on how he plays this scratch race. Still in a pretty large field. Gas from all these efforts. Some riders looking like they're showing showing the pain a bit here. Speaking of the pain, though, why don't we bring it one more time, folks? Here we go. I got $50 to lead the lap. It's the big money. $50 to lead the lap with 3 to go. Is it Rider of the Year or is it $50? $50 is a pretty good payout for one sprint. Down the back straight, it's still Colin Gibson again back on the front after his moment of rest in the field. He's going to take a moment, comes back out to the front just in time for the bell to be ringing. He must have been reading my mind. He's on the solo attack here. Can he just hold on for the 50? It's still Colin all the way around the track. And it will be our rider in white for the Killer Robot Racing Team, number 139. Colin Gibson picks up the cash prize. There's a lot of riders in that field that we're looking at how many laps are left. And again, they're eyeing that very prestigious Rider of the Year jersey. They want to wear the beautiful green and purple next week. And if they are going to go for the money, that's going to put them in a really bad spot for the sprint that's starting right now. 1 to go. Brandon Russell. 129 decides to come out of the field and stir some things up. Haven't called his name much. He's been very conservative midfield. He'll start to lead the sprint out down the back straight, and that's going to be a great setup for this guy, Bowie, the dominant racer of the early part of the season in this field, continuing to show his dominance in a great spot, comes out and around and now leads it out on the home straight. Bowie for Waterline Racing, could pick up another one tonight. 1, 2, 3 is Christian Miller. 101 is Sandoval out of the field for third across the line. A nice field sprint for Sandoval and Miller. Bowie, though, looking very good this year. Picks up another victory at his time here at the Velodrome. Good for the Rider of the Year jersey points, and we'll see where that ends up after tonight. And who gets to take home the purple and green for next week. All right, folks, in just a moment, we're pulling up the next race. Our Cat 4 men on deck ready to start as soon as we clear the racing action. All right, to the rail, our next group, please. Cat 4 is our thanks to our YouTube folks out there watching you tonight. I've got a single $30 preem from our viewers before the stream died that is going to go out to you. I've got one ring of the bell, $30 preem for the Cat 4s. Scratch race with one preem. That's right. We've got him on the track for their neutral, and we'll start him out at turn 4 for a 20-lap competition for the Cat 4 men. On deck, Cat 3s. Cat 3 men competitors are up for the final race of the night. They've got a scratch race coming up next. Racing underway once again, and this is a 20-lap scratch with a single preem for the Cat 4 men. That's Mike Westover leading things out for about a lap and a half so far. The rider in the blue, red, and black off the front right now on the back straight of the Velodrome, with riders from the field starting to scramble their way up to him. He'll pull up to the blue line and things will start to reconvene and come together behind him. 17 to go. A couple laps down so far. Riders taking their turns at the front. Sharp temperature drop here. Still gusty, certainly impacting the conditions on the here on the track for the riders. Huddled together for warmth, we'll say, here in the early parts of the race. Bit of an effort here from a group of 4 beginning to push away from the field. They saw 15 to go. That to be Quinn again leading out the effort there. Quinn Kennedy with now in the back of that group of 4 is joined by 3 riders that are trying to scramble and move away from this field. And now the response pretty big here. Individuals starting to make their choices like you got to be up here or you might be out of the racing action if we don't move quickly. So you can see riders trying to respond now at 14 to go. At 14 to go, those lead 4 starting to be joined by more, and that'll kind of turn them into the field as we got the stragglers trying to hold on behind them. At 13 to go. That's 4-8, Trevor Matsushima. East Portland Youth Cycling sends forward Jack now, who has opened up a bit of a gap here already as he found himself with a little bit of daylight behind him and lots of track in front, and he'll take advantage and see what he can do with it. That's Jack Hampson still on the attack, seeing 12 to go and starting to open this thing up nicely. Big gap here for the kid. He's still on a good effort right now, looking very smooth. Just trying to maintain this distance he's given himself here. He knows there's a preem coming up at some point, and it'd be in good form with the rest of the race. He's expecting it to be first rider across the line, so he's positioning himself for that and potentially even a win if he can stay away from the chasing riders. He's got some energy now from behind, though. If we can take a look, let's see, as it looks to be, once again, Quinn Kennedy doing a lot of work here tonight in the Cat 4-man field. And doing so brings along a small chase of 3. Still in his efforts, up and out of the saddle. Great effort here for the lone riders. Jack showing a good amount of strength here. Got one more race tonight. Might as well make it a good one. And this is a very impressive effort from Team Epic off in front of all of the chasing riders, really breaking this thing apart. As behind him still is Quinn Kennedy trying to do a lot of work to bring up what is now a group of almost 4. And I think Hampson senses that it's time to join in with the rest of these 5. I guess that would give us our field now at the front. Leaders seeing 9 to go. 4-8's Trevor Matsushima joins in at the front, as well as 4-2-3 Ryan Havel, the rider in white. This is 8 to go. Quinn Kennedy on the front of the race. Everybody else behind them. This is 4-2-0 leads this action now into the corner. Conrad Mayer of Dyna Racing pulls up the rider in pink. Lucky number 7, I got $30 to lead this lap. That's 7 to go. First rider across the line next time. $30 richer. It's 7 to go. Our thanks for our sponsorship from some viewers to make these preems happen here today. And that looks to be one of the juniors wants to pick up a little extra cash money. Anton Ernishev picking up the pace very quickly at the sound of the bell. He says, no way am I going to let anybody challenge me for the money. Ernishev will take home the extra cash prize. Don't spend it all in one place. Next time we see our leaders, they're going to see 5 to go. The first rider to get that mark will be Anton, the junior that just picked up the cash and is off the front right now. Tough effort for the young rider. Let's see how long he can keep it up. Good effort from number 403. As Ryan Havel, the rider in white, pulls out of the way for Hampson, the rider in the lead for just a moment. These riders are definitely within striking distance now of Ernishev. If they can keep this gap here, I think they're in a good spot for the final sprint. Four to go. Ernishev on the lead. And it'll be Matsushima down the back straight that'll make contact first, bringing Ernishev back into the field and reducing that lead down. Hampson wants to keep attacking here. He's not done with the work here at the front, expecting that some of the riders might be a bit tired to counter this. 4-2-2 now in his pace, trying to make something happen. He sees that there's response, so he'll pull up and force a little bit of teamwork to happen here. And Matsushima says, no, I'm just trying to keep you in the group. And that's a move to try to make sure nobody gets away from the field. You think you can beat somebody in a group sprint? You're just trying to make sure they don't get away from you. A little busy in front of them here as they're staring down the back of some of the riders off of the back of the field. So it's getting a little bit messy here, but your lead rider is in green and purple. At 2 to go, Quinn Kennedy, nice explosion there, leaving a lot of the riders kind of behind this group getting lapped. Nice jump. Your leader just now going under the Stanley sign has to maneuver again over some of the lapped riders. He's got a bit of a minefield out here tonight trying to make it through this final lap as we've sort of overlapped just at the wrong time. But here we go, it's 1 to go. Quinn Kennedy with a great last lap. Already looks like they've got this one in the bag. Next closest rider is Jack Hampson. Ryan Havel sprinting it over in turn 1. The rider in white makes a great jump here, and that'll put Ryan alone for second place at this point, trying to go and catch Quinn Kennedy. Nice turn of the pedals. Can he make it there in time? Whoa! Holy moly! Unbelievable. Quinn Kennedy's got to accelerate again. Can he do it? No, what a race. Ryan with an explosion out of the field. Wow. Cool finish for the Cat 4s. Great race. As I thought Quinn Kennedy had that locked down and may have just took off a little bit of pressure off the pedals, maybe thought they had it, and then Ryan with really impressive acceleration from that back straight manages to close that gap down very quickly. All right, the racing surface looking like it should empty out here in just a moment. We'll bring up our next group momentarily. And they're getting the signal. We should be all cleared. Everybody should have exited. Cat 3s to the rail, please.
We're going to do the Cat 4 and Cat 3 podiums at the end.
And thanks to Talk Time Northwest Cycling Team, we've got two $25 preems for the Cat 3 men's scratch race. Two $25 preems. And the sound of the whistle signals the beginning of racing. It's a 25-lap competition scratch race with two preems. Andrew Lynch, 301, takes the lead to start off on the first lap.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. Put the place up. Yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo. I'm a chaser. Face up. Now I feel a little major. Blink of an eye. Ego, I'm a taker. Shaker. Yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Something like a rose when we came out there. We settled facts like Da Vinci. I'm breaking codes, so breaking backs. Come on, get your ass.
Good pace on these first few laps, already seeing 21 to go. And two lanes here. Will Fowler moving way up to the rail. Everybody else sort of lining up mostly down the sprinters lane. Now behind Peter Snoblin of Aerotech Racing. They've been given the promise of two bells from up here for two different preems, both worth $25. One more time as a reminder, athletes especially, Taco Time Northwest Cycling Team presenting once again Volunteer Park Criterium, if you haven't had a chance to make that sign up happen, registration is still going on, and you can find that by searching for them online. The event is still ready to go and have you join them. That's a great event in beautiful downtown, near downtown Seattle. And equal payouts for the male and female competitors, inviting to all competitors, including male, female, non-binary, any age and skill group, and including juniors. There are fields for you to compete in. And bonus, you'll get to see me there. I'll be hanging out once again on that beautiful park and announcing the action and having a fantastic time with the Taco Time Northwest Cycling team. Hope you can join us. Again, check out the details online. And thanks to Taco Time Northwest for helping here tonight, make tonight a little bit more fun, a little more special. We appreciate it. Racing action has been grand tonight. A really good series of races. The eliminations are particularly fun to watch. And we're in the middle of some great scratch races where we've got some preems going out again, thanks to our friends at Taco Times Northwest for making that happen, making the race a little bit more fun and profitable for the riders tonight. 18 to go. As Snowman will take another chance at the front for just a moment. Justin Captis will now position himself right at the front of the group. $17 to go. $16 to go. Gallagher, number 344. Jerry Baker Jr. is at the front. There's now Andrew Lynch, 301. The Gene Johnson cycling team takes over at the lead spot. And I got $25 to lead the lap. $25 to lead the lap. $25 to lead the lap. And Justin Captis answering the bell up and out of the saddle almost immediately. 368 sitting at the front. Might as well take a run at it. But it ain't done yet. Whoa. Look at the speed down the back straight. I'm seeing fantastic turn of speed here from the pedals. And oh, this could be interesting. This is enough gap here. I wonder what might happen out of the effort for the $25 at 14 to go. Might as well keep rolling with it. Is David Magidson looking like he wants to cash and he wants to make it hard on everybody else to challenge him now. Might as well keep rolling a little bit. He'll sit up, though, and realizing it's probably a good time just to get a bit more rest and ready for the next $25 preem whenever that's to come. Seeing 13 to go. It's our last race of the night for this field and for all of us here today. Again, we're back here racing every Friday night without, the only thing we got to look out for is any precipitation. If it's looking bad, make sure you follow us on our socials at JB Velodrome on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook, where if we do have to cancel because of rain or weather concerns, we'll let you know there as soon as we make those choices. For our riders and our fans, that's good to know. And of course, otherwise, if we are looking good, we'll be here again next week, same time and same place. 7 o'clock for regular season Friday night racing every week. Friday night, 7 o'clock. The big show with the beverage garden and the food trucks. Every other week, more accurately, the first and third Fridays of the month. Kiddie Kilo racing, also part of the event. Plenty of great stuff to look forward to. As mentioned earlier, the Vision Grand Prix coming to us again in the month of July. On July 14th, we've got the Derby Days collaboration with the city of Redmond. We're excited about that. That's going to be a very big, fun, raucous time here at the Velodrome. You won't want to miss it, as we'll have folks all the way around the rail watching racing that day. At 11 to go, Snoblin at the front for long enough to bring it back up into speed. Now Gavin Newman takes the lead spot down the back straight. Newman's still trying to do something here. Number 350 is making a bit of a splash now. He's given a little bit of room to run, and he'll continue to do so. Nice gap opened up. James Campbell Harris for Airtech Racing looking to trying to do a bit of work to catch, and Gavin Newman recognizing that maybe now is not the best time to spend this much energy. He'll go ahead and abandon when it feels about right. So fun little effort off the front, back into it. He'll fold, and the field now across the track as they wait for the next turn of speed to come from somebody. Maybe Andrew Lynch wants to move things along here at the front at 9 to go. Andrew Lynch, the rider in blue, will stay on the front for a bit here. He's doing a pole for a little longer you might expect, so he's trying to keep the tempo quick. Coming up in turn 3, he'll bring Luke Wilson right with him. And despite the speed kind of up and down, this field's been staying relatively close together. We've got pretty much contact for the majority of this race. A little bit of effort there from Newman, sort of separating himself for a while, but he'll slip back into things, and here we are at 8 to go. Still a preem, and of course the fast finish upcoming. Seven to go on the lap cards. Coming down to it. Less than 2 miles of racing action to go. Riders preparing for this final episode of this racing saga tonight for them. I believe that's Magidson again making an effort down the back straight, trying to pick up the pace again. Newman thinking about trying to hold that tempo. Starting to dance out of the Spears lane pretty early. He doesn't want to do too much. He'll come out pretty quickly, seeing 6 to go. A lot of the younger riders doing quite a bit of work at the front here, taking their turns and trying to kind of run at this field, but haven't called some of the riders' names here in a bit as they've been sneaking around, trying to stay on wheels, be a little bit less active. Either they're gunning for this upcoming preem, or of course, the finish is always right around the corner. And our last preem of the evening is $25 to lead the laps. 5 to go. $25 to lead the lap. And a bit of a move there for one of our youngsters. He has to go way up and around the field sitting up. They have not even interested. This is some rich blood in this group. $25. Try better next time. But not for this kid. I think that's Magidson, number 399, trying to take home the big paycheck. He's going to go double down. At 4 to go, he's got a big gap here. What is he going to do with it? Good training, if nothing else. Go hard and see what you can make happen. I mean, if I'm in his shoes, I'm thinking that's a pretty good sized field behind me, and I'm not sure I have the finishing snap to challenge them. I'm already here. Let's go and see what I can do with it. If nothing else, again, it's a good training effort for the junior. So Magidson getting the encouragement from the beverage garden as he comes by. This is a good, impressive solo effort. Our last ride of the night. Make some noise for the junior. 3 to go. What can he do with it? Gritting his teeth a little bit now. He's feeling it. Here comes the work from the field, though. This is what he doesn't want to see happen, of course, behind him. They're starting to really pick up their pace. Andrew Lynch in the blue now next up to do the work, pulling the field with him. Who wants to do the work here? Okay, gonna sit with the blue line. Still not getting everybody to jump up. They've closed down the gap pretty significantly. Magidson still getting some encouragement. Might as well put it all out on the track here tonight. 2 to go, David, 2 to go. Nice ride for the junior, $50 richer, and he's going to be stronger after this race. Next up, we've got number 344. Another of the Jerry Baker Jr.'s riders, keeping them within striking distance, but they let him roll again. Oh, man. I don't know. I think the field's toying with their food a little bit right now. If maybe not, though. Look at this gap again. Who knows? Here we go. It's 1 to go. Last lap. The kid versus the field. Making noise for the youngster. 1 to go. 1 to go. Here comes Luke Wilson, number 306, trying to pick up the pace for the field. Story, like I told you, I think they're kind of playing with their food a little bit, and it might be time to go finish this thing off. Luke Wilson trying to get this thing going. Here comes Gallagher, the rider in the red helmet, and Magidson is caught. I know the story is ending. Oh, no. But the sprint is still underway. Luke Wilson on the lead of this thing. Here comes Gallagher on the wheel. Luke Wilson, Gallagher. Luke Wilson's going to take this one home. Wilson on the final sprint tonight will get a victory in the scratch. Gallagher on his wheel cannot come up and around. A nice strong finish for 306. And what a great conclusion for a fun night of racing here at the Velodrome. Folks, thank you so much, both inside and outside of this facility. You have been wonderful to be with tonight. How about one more round of applause for all of our riders tonight for a great show. Thank you for coming out for Friday Night Racing. Excellent work. Great racing for all. And of course, thanks to our officials, our volunteers, our team up here on the deck working on our live stream and recording efforts, and everybody here that made tonight's special out there outside the track cheering for the riders. Thanks for sticking around. Food on the way out, still here and serving. Beverage garden still open. We'll roll the music for a little while longer and keep the party here for just a bit. Thanks for making your way out to the Velodrome. We are so happy to have you with us. More racing here again next week, same time, same place, 7 o'clock, Friday Night Racing. And we look forward to hosting you for more great racing here at the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome.